I woke up before the noise, let the kettle find its voice. There's a cup beside the window and it doesn't ask me why. Yesterday was heavy on me, like a coat I couldn't fold. But the light came through the curtains without needing to be told. I'm not healed, I'm not brand new, but I can breathe in this quiet room. A little lighter, a little slower. I don't have to carry everything over. A little lighter, coffee getting warmer. Maybe this morning I'm a little lighter. There are names I didn't answer, there are thoughts I let go by. I stopped checking every silence for a reason to rewind. And nothing changed and still it feels like something loosened in my chest. I can sit here with the sunlight and not turn it into stress. I'm not running, I'm not proof, I'm just here and that's enough to do. A little lighter, a little slower. I don't have to carry everything over. A little lighter, coffee getting warmer. Maybe this morning I'm a little lighter. If peace comes small, I'll let it stay. No need to name it, no need to chase. A little lighter, a little slower. I don't have to carry everything over. A little lighter, soft on my shoulder. Maybe this morning I'm a little lighter. A little lighter, a little lighter. This morning I'm a little lighter. Your name lit up at 7, like I knew the old routine. I let the steam rise slowly from the cup in front of me. You always had a reason, wrapped in almost being kind. And I used to make it easy for your lateness to sound right. But the room is quiet and I like it here. I don't need your maybe to make the morning clear. Not this morning, not this time. I won't turn your silence into mine. Not this morning, I'll be fine. I can love you softly and still not reply. There's a song we used to play, moving lightly through the room. It doesn't pull me under like it used to do. I'm not cold, I'm only careful. I'm not trying to be free. I just found a little stillness into mine. Not this morning, I'll be fine. I can love you softly and still not reply. Maybe later I'll remember how your voice could change the day. But for now the light is steady, and I'm letting it stay. Not this morning, not this time. I won't make your distance feel like mine. Not this morning, I'll be fine. I can miss you softly and still not reply. Not this morning, not this time. The coffee stays warm and the quiet is mine. I found your message folded in a phone I never use. A little line from April saying, tell me when you're through. I don't know why I kept it, I don't know what it proves. Just a name without a reason, still learning how to move. It wasn't much, just ordinary blue, but some small words still know what to do. Still saved after all this time. Still saved like I had a reason why. I don't want you back, I don't know what that means, but it's still saved somewhere in me. The morning kept on moving like it didn't see my face. Coffee getting colder while I read the same old phrase. You never said forever, I never asked you to. Maybe that is why the ending never felt completely true. It wasn't love, or maybe it was near, some quiet thing that never disappeared. Still saved after all this time. Still saved like I had a reason why. I don't want you back, I don't know what that means, but it's still saved somewhere in me. I almost pressed erase and left it where it lay. Some doors don't open, but they don't go away. Still saved after all this time. Still saved, but I won't ask it why. I don't need you back to know what it means. It was still saved somewhere in me. Still saved softly, quietly. Still saved somewhere in me. I used to wake up reaching for a sign you had replied, like the day could not begin until you gave it back its light. Now the phone stays on the table and the room stays where it is. Morning doesn't fall apart just because you're not in it. I thought peace would feel like losing. I thought quiet meant goodbye. But the silence didn't break me, it just opened up the sky. Easy now, I can let it be. Easy now, nothing's chasing me. I don't need your answer to know I'm still around. It feels a little strange, but it's easy now. There are songs I still remember, there are corners I avoid, but they don't carry the same weight, they don't own my morning voice. I was measuring my worth by the warmth inside your words. Now I drink my coffee slowly and I let myself be heard. I'm not over every feeling, I'm not trying to pretend, but I don't have to lose myself to prove how much I've been. It's easy now, I can let it be. Easy now, nothing's chasing me. I don't need your answer to know I'm still around. It feels a little strange, but it's easy now. Maybe healing starts this small, no thunder, no parade, just a morning I can hold without giving it away. Easy now, I can let it be. Easy now, I'm still here with me. I don't need your answer to know I'm still around. Took a little time, but it's easy now. Easy now. Easy now. The room is still quiet, but uneasy now. I knew the shape of your excuses before you even spoke. You'd say the day got crowded. I'd say I know. I made a softer landing for every time you fell. till kindness started sounding like something I owed myself. I'm not angry, I'm just tired of the part where I make room for your absence and call it having heart. No more reasons not tonight. I won't turn your almost into mine. No more reasons, no new lines. I can love you gently and still draw the line. You always look so sorry when the damage had been done, and somehow I was the colder one for not warming up. I learned to doubt my hurting just to keep the peace, but peace was never peaceful when it only cost me. So I'm leaving all your maybes where they are. I don't need another story to explain another scar. No more reasons not tonight. I won't turn your almost into mine. No more reasons, no new lines. I can love you gently and still draw the line. I was good at understanding till I disappeared. You were good at saying sorry when sorry kept me here. No more reasons, not this time. I won't make your distance sound like mine. No more reasons, no new lines. I can miss you gently and still draw the line. No more reasons, no more lines. The morning stays quiet and the boundary is mine.
The phone is face down on the table, like a promise I won't make. I let the morning move around me before I let the old ache wake. There's a message I could look for, there's a name I used to need, but the coffee's turning golden and it's not asking that of me. I used to give the first light to whatever you might say. Now I let the day arrive before I give myself away. Before I look, before I fall, before I make your silence mean anything at all. Before I look, I'm staying here. The morning has a way of making simple things clear. I don't call it being stronger, I don't call it moving on. It's just one more quiet minute where I leave leave the habit alone. There are things I still remember. There are rooms I still can't name. But I don't have to touch the fire just to prove I know the flame. I used to read the empty space like it had something to say. Now I let the quiet sit there and it slowly fades away. Before I look, before I fall, before I make your silence mean anything at all. Before I look, I'm staying here. The morning has a way of making simple things clear. Maybe peace is not a feeling, maybe peace is what I do. When I stop asking the morning to bring me back to you. Before I look, before I fall, before I make your silence mean anything at all. Before I look, I'm already here. The morning has a way of making simple things clear. Before I look, before I look, the coffee is warm and the day is still mine.
You held the door a second longer than a friend would usually do. I laughed like I didn't notice, but I think you noticed too. Morning traffic through the window slowly blurred the city line. We were standing close to something neither one of us would try. It was there in the space between leaving and wanting to stay. Almost said, almost knew, almost crossed that little room. Almost stayed, almost true. I was almost honest with you. You asked if I was doing better. I said, yeah, I guess I am. And the silence turned around us like it had another plan. There was coffee on the counter, there was sunlight on your sleeve. There were words I kept from falling just to keep you next to me. It was close, it was warm, like a song before it knows what it's for. Almost said, almost knew, almost crossed that little room. Almost stayed, almost true. I was almost honest with you. Timing was the reason, maybe fear was easier to name. But some mornings still remember what I couldn't say. Almost said, almost knew, almost reached the other truth. Almost stayed, almost true. I was almost honest with you.
with your quiet voice, the one that knows my name. You said you never meant it like that, made it hurt less late. I almost let the old door open, out of habit, out of grace. But I remembered every morning I had to smooth my own face. You say it's soft, so I sound cold when I don't fold the way I used to fold. Sorry sounds sweet when you say it low, but it doesn't change what I had to hold. Sorry sounds sweet, but I know the tune. You say it like kindness when it keeps me with you. I used to call it patience when I swallowed what I knew, made a little room for damage just to stay in love with you. Now the coffee's on the table and your voice is on the line. I can hear the old me answer, but she doesn't get my time. You say you tried, you say you care, but care should not arrive after I disappear. Sorry sounds sweet when you say it low, but it doesn't change what I had to hold. Sorry sounds sweet, but I know the tune. You say it like kindness when it keeps me with you. Oh, I'm not trying to punish you, I'm not trying to be right. I just can't make a home again out of one more borrowed night. Sorry sounds sweet when you say it low, but I don't need to make it gold. Sorry sounds sweet, and I know the tune. You say it like kindness, but I'm not staying with you. Sorry sounds sweet, sorry sounds sweet, sorry sounds sweet, but I know the tune. I'm not staying with you.
I passed the corner we used to take before the city changed its name. The bakery sign was different now, but the morning smelled the same. I thought I'd miss your hand in mine, the way you walked too fast, but what came back was someone else, a version of my past. I kept blaming you for what I couldn't keep, but maybe it was not your ghost that followed me. Almost me, I was missing almost me. Not the love we lost, but who I used to be. Almost me, standing in that old street. I was not missing you, I was missing almost me. I used to laugh before I checked if you would laugh along. I used to sing without wondering if I had chosen the wrong song. somewhere between your careful words and all my quiet tries. I left a little of myself to keep us looking fine. Now the window shows a face I recognize, not fully back, but closer than last night. Almost me, I was missing almost me. Not the love we lost, but who I used to be. Almost me, standing in that old street. I was not missing you, I was missing almost me. You were part of the weather, but not the whole sky. I can name what I lost without calling it mine. Almost me, I am finding almost me. Not the love we lost, but who I used to be. Almost me, walking down that old street. I was not missing you, I was finding almost me. Almost me, almost me, closer than I knew. Almost me.
I saw your picture by accident, morning light across your face. Someone laughing just beside you, in a place I didn't recognize. I told myself I'm happy that the world has been kind, but the coffee turned a little bitter when I had to say it twice. It's not that I want you back, it's not that I want to lose, but seeing you look easy still does something I can't choose. Looks good on you, being fine without me. Looks good on you, like I was never hard to leave. I can smile, I can breathe, I can tell the almost truth, but it looks good on you. Too good on you. I know I said I hoped you'd find a softer kind of day. I just didn't think I'd see it, looking back at me this way. There's no reason to be jealous, there's no promise you betrayed, but my pride still pulls a chair out for the things I shouldn't say. I'm not angry at your freedom, I just hate how clean it seems, like the ending never held you quite the way pretending I'm fine looks good on you. Being fine without me looks good on you. And I'm learning what that means. I can smile, I can breathe, I can let the morning through, but it looks good on you. Too good on you. Looks good on you. Too good on you. I'm almost fine, but it looks good on you.
I wrote 3 lines before the coffee, then took 2 of them away. You don't need to know I miss you in a careful kind of way. The cursor kept on blinking, like it knew I wasn't done. But some things only want an answer when the quiet has already won. I could send it, I could start another morning with your name inside my heart. Delete it slow, let it go easy. I don't have to say it just because it sees me. Delete it slow, leave the screen empty. Maybe not send it is how I choose me. I used to think a message could repair a crooked day, like one little blue-lit sentence could make the hurt behave. But you were never good at holding what I handed through the line, and I am tired of giving proof that I still know how to try. So I breathe and let it fade. There are words that only hurt me when I give them away. Delete it slow, let it go easy. I don't have to say it just because it sees me. Delete it slow, leave the screen empty. Maybe not sending is how I choose me. There's a softer kind of leaving, no door, no final sound, just a sentence disappearing before it pulls me down. Delete it slow, let it go easy. I don't have to say it to make the feeling leave me. Delete it slow, leave the screen empty. Maybe not sending is how I choose me. Delete it slow, delete it slow. The morning stays quiet when I delete it slow.
You called when the streetlights were giving up their gold, with another careful reason I already used to know. I let it ring a little I didn't miss you, but I knew how this begins. You would say the night got busy, I would say I understand. Then I'd wake up holding nothing, but you're almost in my hands. Not this late, not this way. I won't make your leaving sound okay. Not this late, not again. I can miss your voice and still let it end. There was a time I made a shelter out of everything you meant. Turned your distance into weather, turned my patience into rent. Now the morning waits behind me with a softer kind of light, and I don't need another answer that disappears by sunrise. I am done with being gentle to the part that lets me down. I can leave a call unanswered without calling it proud. Not this late, not this way. I won't make your leaving sound okay. Not this late, not again. I can miss your voice and still let it end. Maybe once I would have answered just to keep the door half wide, but a door that only hurts me doesn't have to stay polite. Not this late, not this way. I won't make your silence sound okay. Not this late, not again. I can love you quietly and still let it end. Not this late, not again. The phone goes quiet and I let it end. The door was over, I thought the room was clear. Then someone used your old phrase and it brought you back in here. It wasn't even special, just a line you used to say, but it moved across the morning like you never went away. I can call it finished, I can mean it when I do, but some small part of leaving still remembers you. Still turns when I hear your name, still turns though I'm not the same. I don't want the past back, the ache, but something in my quiet still turns your way. The coffee kept on cooling while I tried to let it pass. Funny how a little sentence can open up a past. I'm not waiting by the window, I'm not counting every sign. my heart still has a corner that forgets it isn't mine. Maybe endings happen slowly. Maybe truth needs room to breathe. Maybe I can keep on walking with a part that doesn't leave. Still turns when I hear your name. Still turns though I'm not the same. I don't want the past back. I don't want the ache, but something in my quiet still turns your way. I don't call it weakness, I don't call it love. Some feelings lose their future before they lose their touch. Still turns when I hear your name. Still turns, but I don't have to stay. I don't want the past back. I don't need the ache, but something in my quiet still turns your way. Still turns, only for a moment. Then the morning returns.
It started in the corner of a place I didn't plan. Just a melody from somewhere, finding coffee in my hand. I knew the second measure before the singer found the line. Like a door I never opened, still remembered from inside. I was doing fine, or close enough to say. Then one old chorus turned the morning gray. That song again, there it goes, saying what I buried, soft and slow. That song again, I should have known. Some memories don't knock, they just come home. You used to hum it badly when the radio came through. I would laugh and miss the timing just to stay in tune with you. Now it plays above the counter for a room that doesn't care. And I'm sitting with a feeling I did not invite back there. It isn't pain, at least not like before, but it knows the way across the floor. That song again, there it goes, saying what I buried, soft and slow. That song again, I should have known. Some memories don't knock, they just come home. I can leave before it's over. saying what I buried, soft and slow, that song again. Now I know some memories don't knock, they just come home. That song again, soft and slow. It came back for a minute, then let me go.
I called it love because I stayed long after you were gone. Kept a chair inside my morning, like you might still come along. I made patience sound romantic, made excuses feel like hope, held the door for every maybe, till I couldn't feel my own. But waiting is not devotion when it empties out the room. I was not holding us together, I was disappearing into you. Only waiting, that was all. Not a promise, not a call. Only waiting, soft and slow. I mistook the staying for a place to go. You were never quite arriving, I was never quite at peace, but I dressed it up as time, and so the truth would not look mean. There was coffee getting colder, there was sunlight on the floor, there was me becoming smaller just to keep an open door. Now I know the quiet difference between love and what I gave. One can't hold you in the morning, one just teaches you to wait. Only waiting, that was all. Not a promise, not a call. Only waiting, soft and slow. I mistook the staying for a place to go. I don't hate the person who believed for far too long she was trying to make a home where she never did belong. Only waiting, that was all. Not a future, not a fall. Only waiting, now I know I mistook the staying for a place to go. Only waiting, soft and slow. I can't leave the doorway. Now I know.
There was a time I knew the hour when your voice would find my phone. Half past midnight, half forgiven, half afraid to be alone. I would answer from the hallway, keep my words low in the dark, like the quiet made it kinder, like it didn't leave a mark. Now the morning fills the kitchen and the phone stays where it lies. I don't need to hear you missing me just to feel alive. I don't call, not anymore. I don't stand beside that half-open door. I don't call, and the sky still turns. Some things stop hurting when they're left unheard. I used to save a little sadness for the way you said my name, and wake up tired of pretending that a circle was a change. Now I drink my coffee slowly, let the daylight touch the wall. There is nothing I am proving by not reaching out at all. I still know the old number, I still know the old ache, but knowing where the fire is doesn't mean I have to stay. I don't call, not anymore. I don't stand beside that half-open door. I don't call, and the sky still turns. Some things stop hurting when they're left unheard. No goodbye rang through the room, no final line, no fall. Just one morning I became the one who doesn't call. I don't call, not anymore. I don't need the night to tell me what I'm for. I don't call, and the sky still turns. Some things stop hurting when they're left unheard. I don't call, I don't call. The coffee stays warm, and I don't call.
I used to need an ending with the edges folded clean, some final line to tell me what the silence had to mean. But you left the door half open, and I stood there far too long, waiting for a sentence that would make the waiting wrong. Now I don't call it closure, I don't call it pain. Some rooms stay unfinished and still don't need my name. Leave it open, let it be. Some goodbyes don't answer everything. Leave it open, soft and wide. I can live without the ending I was trying to find. There are mornings when I wonder if you ever understood how quietly I carried what you never said you would. But the coffee keeps on warming, and the sunlight crosses through. I don't have to keep returning just to prove the past was true. Maybe peace is not a doorway closing all the way. Maybe it is walking out with something left enough to say, leave it open, let it be. Some goodbyes don't answer everything. Leave it open, soft and wide. I can live without the ending I was trying to find. I won't make a home in what you never knew. I can keep the quiet without keeping you. Leave it open, let it be. Some goodbyes don't answer everything. Leave it open, now I see I can live without the ending and still be free. Leave it open, let it be. The morning stays unfinished, and so do we.
I used to fold my feelings into something you could hold. Make the sharp parts sound softer so you wouldn't call them cold. I would talk until the morning lost its color in the glass, trying to prove the hurt was real to someone already past. But I'm done making maps to places you won't go. Some truths don't need permission to be true, and I know no need to explain, no need to be understood. I can leave the quiet standing and still know I did what I could. No need to explain, no reason to remain. If you couldn't hear me, then there's no need to explain. You always made me smaller with a gentle kind of doubt, like I was only difficult for saying something out. Now the coffee's on the table and the morning doesn't ask for another careful sentence or a cleaner version of the past. I'm not trying to win, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just keeping back the pieces I kept handing you at night. No need to explain, no need to be understood. I can leave the quiet standing and still know I did what I could. No need to explain, no reason to remain. If you couldn't hear me, then there's no need to explain. Maybe silence is not losing, maybe peace can sound this plain. I don't have to keep repeating what your heart would not retain. No need to explain, no need to be understood. I can walk out softly and still know I did what I could. No need to explain, no reason to remain. If you couldn't hear me, then there's no need to explain. No need to explain. No need to explain. The morning knows I didn't plan on smiling at a stranger's careful joke. Didn't think the day could find me. Through the door I barely closed. There was coffee on the table. There was light across the floor, and a part of me was listening like it hadn't left before. I'm not rushing, I'm not sure, but something in the quiet doesn't hurt the way it did before. Maybe morning, maybe slow, maybe I can feel it without needing where it goes. Maybe morning, soft and new. I'm not falling quickly, I'm just opening to you. You asked about the weather, like it mattered what I'd say. And I liked the little silence that came gently after your name. No promise in the moment, no future dressed in gold. Just a warmth I didn't fight off, just a hand I didn't fold. I'm still careful, I still know how a heart can make a doorway out to nowhere it should go. Maybe morning, maybe slow, maybe I can feel it without needing where it goes. Maybe morning, soft and new. I'm not falling quickly, I'm just opening to you. I don't need to call it healing, I don't need to call it fate. Some beginnings coming quietly and ask if they can stay. Maybe morning, maybe slow, maybe I can feel it without needing where it goes. Maybe morning, clear and new. I'm not falling quickly, I'm just opening